こういうトラックを作るには金を考えて作ることはありません。だから気持ちの中の値段なんで、私は田島純一と申します。デコトラと言われているものは3台ぐらいなんですよ。それを35年間かけて作り上げたっていう。でもデコトラっていうのは見た通り、こういうデコレーショントラック、英語で言えばデコレーショントラックっていうんかなと思うんだけど、こういうデコトラが始まったのは50年ぐらい前から始まったんですけど、自分の生き方とか自分のふるさととか自分の家族とかそういうものを乗せて走れるっていうものが魅力なんじゃないかなと思ってます。このデコトラの全国の歌丸会という会長をしてます。やっぱり世界でないトラックを作るっていうのが俺たちの意気込みなんで。
名前は山田義和です。この車は龍神丸っていう名前で家1軒分ぐらいかかってる。夢が叶ってから悔いのねえような、これ全体的に気に入って自信作だから。
名前が菊池正也です。総額的にはまあ1000万近いような金額は多分かかってると思います。綺麗に電気をつけて走ってて心が癒される。
やっぱりトラックってよくそういうことを怖いっていうイメージとかそういう言われるんですけど、このデコトラを見ればこんな可愛い色とか可愛いトラックを見て、それは人間の本心が出てるんで、そういうことはないし、デコトラを通して少しでも喜んでもらえるっていうそういう気持ちが思ってもらえればそれがありがたいんかなと思いますよ。ぜひ文化に残してもらいたいよね。
Nkpe ni bi kume shin kemi nkpe kume tomo ba eagle ana ke type of birds kume lo aku ke ni bi kume lo frojin kume ni mfifi.
In Ghana, coffins can look like this. They're carved into whimsical shapes and painted bright colors meant to represent a person's life or occupation.
Ngbeji anansidi abebwa adeka jinoni nkpe. Okay, but driver ke buke ya osmoni ikule wuku osmoni afi lole anle. Buku ye ni ya wu wuku osmoni afi lele.
Anan and his family are at the center of these extravagantly designed, larger-than-life coffins made in the shape of whatever one desires.
Papa ji kande kui ni le ji neken ni chumo adeka na ke fo ni chumo ne nshi Ghana ne.
It started about 65 years ago with an odd request from a chief to be buried in a coffin shaped like a cocoa pod. From there, the requests kept coming in, and Anand's father realized he had a serious business on his hands. While funerals are a sad occasion in Ghana, many also see them as an opportunity to celebrate the deceased.
When
an order comes in for one of their coffins, they first get the measurements of the deceased, carve the wood into the shape of the family's choosing, create an opening, and sand it for smoothness. It then goes to an artist for painting. Once the interior is stuffed, it's ready to be delivered to the family. And these coffins are not only delivered locally.
Los Angeles, Denmark, Russia.
As for Anand, he already has his picked out.
Once morning, I can wake up. The what two sneaks more than you are.
Championship.
When The Rock won the WWE Championship in 2013, he wanted a custom belt. This video is about the guy who made that belt. This is Dave Milliken, the industry leader in championship belt making. He's also a huge wrestling fan.
Yep, that sounds about right.
He's been in the business for a while, since he was a little kid.
I was 13 when I made my first belt, and it was really bad.
The guy who made belts before David was this guy.
Reggie Parks, taking me under his wing, had everything to do with my development, even my initial respect in this business from the veterans. Everybody knew Reggie Parks, nobody knew Dave Milliken.
And here's how they're made.
Step 1, artwork. Step 2, etching. Step 3 would be the bolt work. Step 4, plating. And then from there, you pretty much have a complete belt. Although some have paint, some don't have paint. It varies from design to design.
And each belt is unique in its own way.
I've actually been asked how many belts I've made. By now, we're in the thousands.
Believe it or not, the WWE isn't his biggest client right now.
Somebody orders just as many belts as lip sync battle television.
But we're here for wrestling nostalgia. Countless stars, ranging from Stone Cold to John Cena himself, have worn Dave's belts. It's certainly a labor of love, as some of these belts can take up to a year to finish. Which begs the question, which one is his favorite?
Asking me my favorite belt's like asking me to pick my favorite kid.
That would be a lot of kids to have to choose from.
I have one job, making the best clothing in the world. My name is Martin Greenfield. It used to be Maximilian Grunfeld when I was born, but I changed it to make it American because I love this country. My craft is very difficult to define because it's many things. I am a maker of clothing. I know how to measure. I know how to fit people. Very few people could match me. I was responsible for all the presidents. Clinton, I measured in the White House. Obama measured in the White House. So then I made them perfect suits. We never had to fix nothing. My life was a sad life before I came to America because I lost my family. I was left alone. Everybody was dead. We were occupied. Auschwitz was a month later. I was in the concentration camp a year and 2 months. It was my second day in Auschwitz. There was no more names in the concentration camp, only numbers. When they called me, they sent me to a tailor. The head tailor spoke my language. He was Jewish. They asked me, "Are you a tailor?" No. I said, "If you could show me how to make the collar." He says, "I'll make you a collar." Showed me how to make a collar. The pain is still in my heart about my family. I still dream about my family, like they're alive. But on the outside, you will never know. I didn't think I was going to survive. I was liberated by Eisenhower. General Eisenhower came in when I was 15 and a half years old. And when they walked in, I shook his hand, crying, "You saved my life." I came to America September 18, 1947. They gave me the job as a tailor. I told my boss, "Listen, Eisenhower liberated me. I want you to make him a three-piece suit like I wear myself. He'll like it." Once he had the first three-piece suit, from then on you didn't see Eisenhower in nothing but three-piece suits. So that's how it started. I made sure we dressed all the presidents. With Obama, first he wanted me to copy a suit. I don't copy anybody. Everybody copies my suit. So if he wants me to make something, I have to measure. Next day, he sends an email, "It'll be a pleasure to meet you, Dad." I'm happy when I'm in the factory. My job is the most important thing in my life. Quality is so important to me because I know that's what kept me in business, and that's why I'm here talking to you.
Yeah, every guitar has a story. My name is Rick Kelly. I custom make guitars here at Carmine Street Guitars. I make guitars from reclaimed lumber, old New York City building wood, from 200-year-old trees. Most of the wood is being thrown away, so I just dumpster dive for it. The craft of it is one of my favorite things, you know, building from the materials that are historic and coming up with instruments that make music and are kind of alive in a different way. There's a lot of, you know, steps involved. I bring the wood here and then I have to denail it and then surface it. I cut it to shape on the bandsaw, sand it smooth, and then I use mostly shellac finishes, which is a natural finish. A lot of people have come through Carmine Street Guitars and bought my custom guitars over the years. Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, Hattie Smith Band, Roger Waters, Steely Dan Band, so many other bands. To be able to give life back into the instrument from the old timbers that built this city is a wonderful feeling, to be able to make it have a new life and turn into something that makes music. It's wonderful.